Good evening. Hello, everyone. Good evening, dear friends, dear viewers. Let me take my phone. I have my phone next to me. I hope you can hear me and you can see me. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Some Portuguese. My wife is speaking some Portuguese. Hello to my YouTube and my Twitch viewers. Let me take this. How do I take it? Uh, yes, once again, hello, good evening to my Twitch and my YouTube viewers, dear friends. Good evening. Hello. How are you? How are you? Feel free to ask anything you want, you wish. Yes, at the moment, it's almost 1 a.m. Uh, in Macau. I'm just checking my stream. Are we having any uh, technical issues with the sound, with the video? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, dear friends? Yes, great, great. So, what's the main purpose? Thank you, thank you. What's the main purpose of my visit to Macau? Let me go to chess.com at least. What's the main reason to visit Macau last maybe 2 weeks? I was staying in Shenzhen, China, and in China there is very strict um rules. For example, you cannot use YouTube, basically YouTube or WhatsApp or even maybe Instagram. Though I don't use Instagram much, you cannot enter, you cannot use, and you can use VPN, but even with that, it doesn't work properly. And we managed to buy uh, for some $10 or $11 US dollars some package of internet for 7 days. And with that internet, you can use Google, you can use WhatsApp, you can use mm, YouTube. But anyway, it's not stable. It's not stable for sure. I was very much hoping, when I was planning this visit, this trip, I was thinking, to go to stream to play all Title Tuesday, Title Thursday, or some Freestyle Friday or some other tournaments. But very unfortunately for me, because of connection, it was not possible, and because of the restrictions. But now, I today we had this very interesting experience coming to Macau uh, on the ferry. First of all, to see what is happening here, how is the life going in Macau, and also maybe to use some internet. And I decided to stream as well. Yes, if you like playing some, if you like betting, or if you like gambling, of course, I don't recommend. Um, and luckily or not, I don't play any other games except chess, and my wife as well. So we know some of the rules, but we don't play much. And yes, here a lot of uh, casinos are there. And if I'm not mistaken, this place is similar to Las Vegas uh, for this continent. For Asian people, they usually come to Macau and they play all um types of uh, gambling games. Today, even we entered because here it's basically impossible to not see, to not visit, to not enter any uh, casinos. So we went to some of them, and we could see maybe more than 1,000 people playing different games, and in a very high stakes. It was super interesting. But of course, I myself, luckily or not, I don't play anything else except chess. And yes, this is what we have. Once again, if you are interested, if you like playing, gambling, just it is super similar to Las Vegas for the Asian continent. Weather is nice. What are we going to do today? I'm not sure. We can try to see some of the games. Maybe let's go to watch and events and games. Oh, no, I'm not interested. No, I would like to see the games. So should I see it like this? Games, games. Okay, what are we having? Yes, we can see that Vipranav is playing, Maxim Vashelagrov, Yan Nepomniachtchi, Bok, Benjamin Bok, Noderbek Yakuboev, Tsidipov, Jamsaran Tsidipov, Alex Bortnik, Nguyen Son, Reza Mahdavi, Arseny Nesterov, Pavel Elyanov, Parham Masudlu is playing. Parham won against Sina, who recently, if I'm not mistaken, oh, I would very much like, but of course, I cannot. Francesco Sonis and Dmitry Andreikin and Meng Yihan Meng, Martin Kravtsev, many well-known strong grandmasters players. And I think after round four we are having some a small break. 6 minutes break, and then we will continue. The moment 642 people are watching this event. And yes, you can write your questions in Armenian, in Russian, in English, or maybe in Spanish. I know some Spanish. I will most likely understand, but I'm not sure I can speak enough Spanish. Yes, Jan Nepomniachtchi very recently won Aeroflot, and today I watched while I was on the ferry. Uh, I was listening to Jan's interview. Very interesting one. He said about his upcoming plans. He shared, and at the moment he doesn't get much invitations because of he's out from top 10, maybe even from top 15. And yes, chess and organizers they don't remember because Jan played two world championship matches, and maybe last 5 years he was uh, in top five. But once you are out and no one really remembers you, because he was complaining he doesn't get much invitations and he's playing, and at the moment he does not have any um, tournaments to play. Mhm. Should we? I think it will start automatically. We will see some of the games. We will maybe play some uh, games my own. Yes, because of connection, uh, I I did not play much chess last 2 weeks. But I was working. I was working. I was seeing some of the games on my phone. Yes. What are you reading? FF is. By the way, dear friends, you can challenge me on Lichess on chess.com. I guess Lichess is better option. You can challenge me and we can play. This is, I think you can see it, right? Rain Man. You can challenge me anytime control. I'm ready to play against you. Well, maybe I think should be either Christian Cruz 92 or Christian Chirilla or Kirilla. I guess Cruz probably. I think I play. Yes, from Peru. I read recently that in Peru this summer, I think I was reading Vadim Rosenstein's. I was just exploring Rosenstein's Instagram, and then I saw that in Peru this year in June, maybe late end of the June, they are going to have Backhouse Championship tournament, and Levon Aronian is going to play. And I'm sure Duda is very much interested, also Prague. But yes, many events are there, and I'm not sure will they have enough time or not. Yes, we are having the games. Of course, I will stick to why I'm having this chessboard. Mm, because I haven't played much, and so D4, Norderbek Yakubov, of course, very strong, very talented chess player against Jan Nepomniachtchi. No need to introduce Jan. All of us are uh, very much familiar with the Jan. I should say that it was surprising for me that I was listening to one interview which Uzbekistan Chess Federation, or maybe because uh, they have a YouTube channel, or also some media is working well. Chess media works well in Uzbekistan, and if I'm not mistaken, Sindarov, not Dirbek, they are having the same coach. Of course, they maybe have some other coaches they are working with, but they have also international master Roman. Uh, I'm afraid to say his surname wrongly. That's why I won't say it. But I think that interview you can find very easily. Bishop g6, I like. Honestly speaking, I like both positions. f3, I don't think black is having any problems. Mm. Because with the white pieces, if you castle alongside, you will get your king on c1, rook on d1. Anyway, your king is not having any safety. If you castle short side, again, I don't think your king is safe. No, black, yes, knight f7, preparing e5, I guess. Jan is saying knight d3. I would go knight d3. Yes, players aren't having much time, and this tournament is also very important. Let's say if you are allowed to play this tournament, then of course I very much recommend. I myself would play with pleasure, but as you know, I'm having problems with the connection. If I would know that in China uh, there are some difficulties, problems with the connection, then I would not plan this visit. And another information that today I read, I saw the video that Greg Must Reader, he interviewed Ding Liren. Will be great, of course. I'm regularly following, and I was honored maybe a couple of days ago that he even replied, he even left a comment on my YouTube channel. Um, so, I'm regularly following his videos, his content, and I'm big fan of his interviews. And he interviewed Jan Henrik Butner, and he also interviewed Ding Liren. And of course, I'm going to watch upcoming days with the pleasure. I also very much recommend you to uh, to to follow, to watch. Yes, again, I think Noderbeck. While I was talking about and recommending Greg's YouTube channel, Noderbeck managed to outplay Bishop c2. I like Bishop c2. Bishop c2 cannot be wrong. I'm sure some other moves are also there, like knight d4 can be very tempting move. But yes, e6, e6. He's going e6 and e takes d7. Yes, Jan definitely missed something. E takes d7. This should be winning. g4 is coming as well. Queen c6. No, this is just game over. I won't be surprised. I think Jan forgot g4, just g4. You should not think here in this position g4, another back. But g4, queen e6 is coming again. Yes, g4. He goes to g4. Of course, he knight d4. Just go knight d4. Don't even think. Don't even think. Just go knight d4. Just go knight d4. Queen e3, king b1. Knight d4, queen e3, king b1. Knight d3, knight c6, rook f3. Most likely, most of my pieces I'm blundering, but I would go knight d4. I would go knight d4, dear friends. I would go knight d4, but of course, as a spectator, you always are much riskier than usually. Yeah, queen e3, king b1. I'm feeling myself so proud. This is maybe heir of Macau. As king c2. No, but still, position doesn't look easy because knight d3, f takes g ideas are there. No, this should be lost because knight d3 you can even go queen c6. This is completely lost for Jan. Unfortunately for him, bishop f4, I can capture queen c6. I can capture queen c6. This is game over. I'm threatening queen a8. I'm threatening many other things. Knight d3 you cannot. Rook b8, of course he goes rook b8, but queen c5, queen c5, bishop a5. No, let's not go crazy. Bishop f5. Yes, bishop f5. This is great. This is enough, and this is lost for Jan. And You don't need even these 53 seconds to finish the game because you basically don't. Queen c8 is coming. I'm threatening queen c8. Bishop f5, g takes f is coming. I can also take knight f5, but I will take g takes f, of course. No, you should take bishop f5, g takes f, maybe queen e4. No, I take knight e6 is a checkmate. No, this is game over. This is basically game over for rook f6, queen c8, queen c8, queen c8. What is this? Yawn after winning Aeroflot and checkmate. Very beautiful game, just crushing. I respect Jan very much, but this game he hasn't played well. And let's go, which game? Reza Mahdavi. I guess this one is even more interesting with a huge respect. And Maxim is having, I wouldn't say Maxim is better, but probably Maxim cannot be worse. No, Maxim is better, of course. Maxim is better, a3. Just trying to get the king on a2, why not? No, the main problem, of course, you aren't having bad pieces with the black pieces, but let's not forget that your king is so exposed. Your king is so exposed. I have even rook b1, b3. Rook d2 slowly improving. Queen d1 can be an option. h4 he goes. Of course, you cannot take because you are allowing me to jump. Let's see, my Twitch. No one has text. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about queen d1. Queen h5 is coming. No, he will. He will trick at some point. Time control is 3+2. Yes, time control is 3. h4. Rook d7 is coming. No, rook d7 looks super tempting. But let's not forget that Parham is super fast. If you go rook h7, I might go queen d5, and once I'm trading the queens, I'm not worse at all. Queen d5, queen d5, queen d5, queen a4. He wants to go queen a4. This is very obvious for me. Queen d5, he will play king b5, and he sees a4, king c5. This is getting sharper and sharper. This is getting queen a4, king a4, but of course you don't have any pieces to checkmate. What should I do? What should I do? Position bishop e3. Very, very typical move. King b6. Practical approach. I can take and rook h4. I'm massively better, but I wouldn't say massively better because I can go rook g8, rook g3. No, no need to take, of course. Why do you take queen d5? Just play queen g4. But queen b5 is coming, Queen b5, I might try. But queen g4, queen d7. Queen b5, queen d7. Queen b3, king a1 or king b1. You don't have any checks and no, but queen g4, queen b5, he will play, or maybe rook move. Rook a7 he's trying, but doesn't look great. Does not look great. Yes, queen h4, and I think this is objectively lost. This is objectively lost, and f5, but again, I'm not sure, but he wants to go f6, and he does not care, and this queen d1, king a1, queen b1, and yes, e4. Slowly, queen e1, e5. Game over. King a4. Try king a4. Of course, he's trying. King a2. Now your king as well will get checkmated. Now you go e6, but let's not forget about some stalemate ideas. Maybe he can try queen c2. What's the idea after queen c2? e7, e7, e8 is coming with the check. No, nothing is working. Queen d1, queen d1, queen b2, and king b5 is there. And Param has resigned. Param has resigned. What are we having? Dmitry Andreikin won. Of course, I'm a big fan of Dmitry Andreikin and his chess, especially his chess, of course. Pavel Elyanov, Ipranov won against Pavel Elyanov. Denis, I don't know this Turkish player. Pablo Ismail Acosta, Arseny Nesterov. Again, big fan of Arseny. His chess is Jose Martinez, Maxim Borisov. Murzin won, Aravind won. Duda, tournament doesn't go. Yes, Volodya Torosyan, he's from Armenia, I know him. Yes, 4 people are watching us. Such a pleasure, and Black is winning. Yevgeny Sharapov, and let's see, maybe some more. Alexei Sarana has won against Alexander Kostenyuk, and Reza Mahdavi lost against Alex Bortnik. And I think we have at least Noderbek Yakuboev 5 out of 5. But start of the game was super promising, but unfortunately later on something went wrong for Mr. Jan Nepomniachtchi. Oh, Uh, Matthias Bluebaum. Bluebaum. Turu, turu, tu, tu, tu. Yes, maybe we are going to have. Please feel free to challenge me. Maybe rook h4, rook h1, queen h4, queen h1. No, wait, what's rook f1, queen f1, queen h4. This is rook f1, queen f1, queen h4. Maybe you don't really see the position because of my. What are we having? Lichess is only possible because of the generous time and help given by our volunteers. If you would like to join the hundreds of volunteers helping Lichess, our content social media team is currently looking for help. With the pleasure, the next 1000 Chess Mode 20 out of 20 Grand Prix qualifier will be held on March 21st, 26 a.m. The event is open to all Lichess streamer teams. Read. Okay, what are we having? And let's go. Alex Bortnik and Dmitry Andreikin. With the respect, I should see this. I should see this. It's like a very nice dessert after a very nice meal. Oh, players are respecting each other very much, and Dmitry Andreikin spent 23 seconds on c4 move, and now knight g6, knight g3 because pawn on h7 was hanging. 6, bishop f7, c4 is hanging, e4 maybe you can go, of course. e4, e5, I apologize. I think once I defeated Dmitry Andreikin, of course in some of the games I lost um, in Title Tuesday. Always I liked how Andreikin plays and how he understands the game. He has very interesting style. If you haven't, wow, 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 wow. Bishop a5, king e8. Because knight b6, I might go c5. And very interesting, but I like. This cannot be okay for black. This cannot. Maybe you should take queen b5. I think you should already look for some queen b5, but I can easily go bishop c3, bishop e2, short castle. Because you cannot castle short or long side. At some point you will be facing some difficulties because of your king. Bishop c3. Just go bishop c3, go bishop e2. What's the problem? Bishop c3, maybe knight b6, knight f4 is coming. Of course, black isn't having bad pieces. Knight b6, knight b6 is coming. But knight b6, I might go b3. I might really go b3 because bishop e2, you have knight a4. And then short castle, knight c3, b takes c, queen b1, and black is not having much problems. Knight b6, b3, I will go. Why not? b3? No, but wait. Well, what am I saying? Because knight b6, you might also capture on e5. Bishop c4 is nothing because my knight on d3 is well protected. My knight on d3 is well protected. Yes, today I had a very nice dinner. We went to a very nice Portuguese restaurant, which was closed already, unfortunately. And then nearby we found Japanese restaurant, and I had ramen. I had ramen. I'm a big fan of ramen soup. Today I had two different soups. One was Vietnamese pho soup, and the other was Japanese ramen soup. No, this is a massively better position. The question is rook fd1, rook ac1, bishop g4, another, yes, very good move. Now, Maxim is having difficulties, no doubts. Rook is under attack. I'm rook fd1. Why not? Rook fd1, rook ac1 is coming. Nice c3. I can always take with the queen. I think I'm just enjoying my position. Knight f4. Yes, I can take a knight f5 now. And maybe g6 with knight d4. Why I'm not capturing and then knight f5? I would go knight f4 and knight f5. I think knight e5. Whoa. Yes, of course. Knight c3, queen c3. Because f takes c, bishop b5. Knight c3, queen c3, maybe bishop b4, Because queen c3, if you go f takes c, the queen e5, game is over. Of course, queen c3, knight e2 isn't working, but bishop b4 is there. You have bishop b4, very annoying move. Where do I go, dear friends? Where do I go? If I take knight f7, the only question is knight d1. How do I take it? But I can easily, no. B takes c, f takes c, and rook b1. Rook b1, Dmitry Andrei, queen c5, rook b8, king e7. Should, of course, he should go queen c5. I think queen c5 is the best square. But it doesn't look great, of course. No, I think Dmitry had even maybe better position than he. Queen c5. Okay, why Maxim isn't playing queen c5? Rook b8, king e7, knight f5, king f6. Am I disconnected? No, queen a5, he goes queen d2. Yes, this is the reason, because if you would go queen c5, then queen d2. No, but this should be... I'm having queen d8, rook b7 at least. No, but rook b7, maybe bishop d6 is coming. Do I go? How do I checkmate? Queen d8, rook b8, bishop g4, queen e8, king f6. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Whoa, 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 whoa. And this is how usually people are winning from lost positions. Rook, bishop e6 and rook d7. Yes, he has found rook d7, queen a5 is coming, and then queen e8. Yes, great, great. Bishop e7, queen e7. Yes, Dmitry, even queen d7, and then he could go queen a5. Wow, wow, wow! What has happened? This I don't understand because he could just go queen. Just take the queen. Just take the queen. Completely winning position. No. And this one I'm not sure. This one I'm not sure what is happening. For example, rook d7. Yes, he is taking rook d7, rook d8. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky, and Maxim is so lucky. Maxim is so lucky. Rook a6, rook a6, rook a6. Rook e7. Again, Demetrius, but not h5. Don't play h5. And now knight f4. Knight f4. I think I'm having king g4. Rook c4, g3 is coming. I think white is objectively should be winning. Considering time situation, maybe g3. Rook f5. I have another crazy move. Rook f5, rook f6. Maybe I'm forcing you. Rook f6. Maybe rook f. Oh, He has oh so unlucky. Dmitry Andreikin was completely winning, and then yes, you see, Alex Bortnik is just he's so strong, and Aravind is playing. Aravind is playing. Aravind is lost. I mean, he is having problems. He's not lost. Because I wouldn't say that Black is completely lost. Black is 2 pawns down, but White has this very and yes, I wouldn't say Black is worse even. No, I don't think Black is worse. He's about to lose. No, this is already unpleasant. This is unpleasant. I have Bishop F8 at least, but still, this doesn't look completely lost. I have Bishop B3, for example, and then Bishop B3, Rook C2 would have been way stronger, way stronger. Hello, what is this? Сообщение по причине обнаружения. Beta. I don't know what is happening. Seems very much up. How are you going to improve? No, King G3, this cannot be better for. This cannot be better for. Yes, I'm just checking and then taking. He wants to go F5, but Rook A5 is coming. Oh, he's risking. He's risking to lose. King F3. Rook B3, 3, Bishop D3, Bishop D4 he wants to play, but. Oh, he had Rook B3, Bishop D4, but. Yes, I don't have words to describe. I don't have words to describe. Maybe you can go Rook G4, Rook D5. Now this is of course completely lost. They are still trying. But Bishop G4, King H4. No, King G1, King G3. King G3, Bishop F3. This is game over. I don't need your pawn. I don't need your pawn, and I think we are going to see Bortnik against Andreikin. I think we are going to see, yes, Bortnik against Andreikin, clash of um, stars. Boa noite. Boa noite. Buonasera. Ah, yes, actually, Bortnik is 6 out of 6, and Andreikin is 5.5 out of 6, d4, d5. And yes, this is beasts are playing. Queen h7 isn't really threatening because knight is on f8, and they are copying each other. g3. I had opportunity to play Bortnik in some of my games. I think my score is super bad. Yes, bishop f4, so I have knight c7, I have maybe even e5. So my score is very bad against him. Yes, I would very much like to have skills like Bortnik. Bishop f4 you can go, but bishop f4, of course, he wants to go e5, they take c, bishop e5. Hmm. Maybe you can go e4 yourself. Buonasera. He's preparing short side castling. I like knight e3. I like knight e3 very much. Why not knight e3? Bishop e6. It goes bishop f4, so e5 is not really working. But you need to go e5, otherwise knight e3 is coming. No, at the moment Bortnik is having 1 minute 20 or even less than 20 seconds. More than 1 minute he's behind. But I like his position. I like his position. You can go short castle. You should slightly be careful of g5 ideas because I think at the moment of the short castle I might even consider going g5, bishop e5, knight takes e5. H4, of course, very classy move. But h4 I can always go short castle. I can also bring my knight to f6. Yeah, short castle, I guess. Maybe he wants to castle long side. No, I don't think. I don't think you can really afford yourself going long castle. Yes, he goes short castle, and now knight f6 is possible move to play. You can also play rook f e8. I think Andreikin will play rook f2 e8. Super logical move. Bishop g7, another logical move. Maybe bishop g2. Bishop d5, and if knight d5, you can always take with the knight. Porting is, of course, he's burning his time, but he's better. Of course, he's better, and he's massively better with two bishops and big positional advantage for Alex Bortnik, but he does not have any time. He does not have any time, and this is some big achievement for Dmitry. And he goes e5. Go c5, you need to take on e5, or maybe you can start with bishop d5, knight takes c5, knight takes c5, I guess rook takes c5, queen goes to f1 or queen c4. Slowly, Andreikin is equalizing. Of course, still white is better. You can take, you can go bishop d5. You can take, you can go queen e4, queen e2. You can also keep the rooks. No, but I don't recommend. I don't recommend this knight f6. No, but I don't understand. Hello, hey, thank you very much. How are you? How was your tournament? No, 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 I'm not playing because I joined little bit late. So how was your tournament in Budapest? How did you play? How many points you got? You gained rating points, you lost because Budapest Open is over, right? No, still white is better, of course. Tournament went good, very solid, 4.5. Yes. You gained some rating points? -3 rating overall. So what's your uh, uh, live rating? Again, white is better, but with each move, black is getting closer and closer for equality. I think in time scramble, it is much easier for black to jump or to threaten. Currently, it's 2372. Yes, first of all, thank you very much for joining my stream. And no doubt you are cranky, you would be playing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I was living and working in Singapore, so my contract is over. So last 15 months I have been there in Singapore. Now it's over. 31st of January was my last working day, and now I'm just traveling. Knight e4, bishop e3, white is massively better. Knight f3, king f3, bishop is coming to c5. Rook d8, Andreikin is trying. Yes, will you play the open tournament like classical chess or 91 is coming? Don't go bishop c5. Don't go bishop c5. 91 is finishing the game. Will he take? But now, good chances. I can take maybe bishop b4 and then 93. Yes, this should, or bishop g5, another classy move. So where should I go? No, this is again lost position. This is almost lost. Will you play the classical tournament or bishop a5? But wait, this is lost, no? Bishop b7, bishop e4. Bishop b7, bishop e4, some knight e4, king f1. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at. Yes, my question was, will you play the classical tournament or chess 960? Oh, ho, 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 this guy is crazy. This guy is crazy. He wasn't playing mm, the entire game. Just in the end, in time scramble, he crashed. Yeah, something is happening with. So Andreikin lost. Vipranav is playing, and Vipranav is torturing Benjamin. I would be playing classical. Great, great. Working towards GM. Of course, of course. You have all the chances. You have all the chances. Yes. I also think that it can be super interesting. But for us, I don't see much point at the moment, to um, spend, let's say, 1000 or 2K and to play some freestyle chess because it's very chaotic. Mm, you will get some experience, but are you ready to invest that amount of money for just experience? Hard to say. Hard to say. I'm not sure. Honestly speaking, I'm not sure. Because I was streaming and I was playing uh, the qualifier for only one spot for freestyle uh, first FIDE freestyle world championship, and we had only 100 players participating. And after some 4 or 5 rounds, I'm sure 20 and more players they withdrew from the tournament. I mean, it is something interesting, but I have very big doubts that many players they are ready to, let's say, spend 1K or 2K and play freestyle chess. Yes, you will have great experience, but mm, hard to say. From another point of view, I remember Parham Masudlu had incredible tournament in Grenke, and later on he was invited to South Africa, and he earned some money. But let's say for me, let's say uh, April or I think it is in April, if I'm not mistaken. I spent some 1K or 1.5K, and I go there. I stay maybe close to 10 days or 7 days, and then I play. At some point, I face Maxime Vacher-Lagrave or Levon Aronian or Fabiano or Magnus, and I lost. I scored some decent points, but not close to winning any big amount. Yes, I will get a very nice experience, and what else? I think this we can easily say that freestyle chess is something for the players, for rich chess players who does not care about money. They can, let's say, afford themselves not making any money couple of months and just play chess. I was analyzing for myself, and I figured out why Magnus is not playing much classical chess. It's not like because it makes very little sense for Magnus to play any classical chess. Like he's so much higher rated compared to others. Like Magnus, of course, he's super strong, he's super flexible, he's the strongest chess player in the world, no doubts, and doesn't matter he's working very hard or not. But he cannot play, I don't know, 20 games without making mistakes. So now it will be super interesting for me to see Magnus playing this tournament, Sigeman and Co. Tournament, because Noderbeck is playing, Erdogmuş is playing, Nils Grandelius is playing. Hard to say, hard to say what are we going to see. And then I think Magnus this year he will play two classical chess. One is Sigeman in Sweden in May, and maybe not in May, before Norway chess. And then no, I'm not playing any tournament. I'm just so I finished my contract in Singapore, and then I went to Indonesia, and then to uh, Malaysia, and to Penang because I even texted. I was following one of your streams. Uh, we were solving studies from Jan Timman's Twitter channel or Twitter account or page, and I saw your video on your channel that you visited Penang and you played tournament, and I also visited Penang, and just traveling, just traveling. Even a couple of days ago, I visited a chess club in Hong Kong, but it was uh, March 8th. They were closed. They were closed. Okay, again, we see that Alex Bortnik has only 41 seconds, and Pranav is more than 1 minute ahead on clock. 95. This looks very good. White can always castle alongside with getting king on c1 and rook on d1. Very beautiful city, Penang. Yes, I agree. I completely agree. Knight f5. What a tactical idea. Bishop f4. I should play bishop f4. E takes f. Bishop f5 is. No, wait. E takes f. Knight f7. Queen g8. Knight d8. What are they doing? They are crazy. They are basically crazy. Thank you very much. Just traveling the world. Yes. At the same time, slowly getting closer to my country. Uh, yes, to Armenia. This is the final destination, and then I'm going back to my country. I haven't been in my country 16 months already. And then maybe I will start playing chess. I don't know. Queen g8. I still have some goals to achieve. Knight d8, knight h6, and I have very big doubts that you can get your knight out, but probably you don't need. You can take knight d8 and then some queen f6. Oh no, wait. Knight d8, knight h6, I have long castle. I have long castle, queen a2 is coming. But queen a2, queen b5. A long castle, long queen a2, queen b5. Wow, 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 I guessed. B6, B6. How do I checkmate? B6, queen a5, b takes c, knight c6, king b7. Nothing is working. No, b6. You should play b6, right? Yes, b6 he goes. And what can I do now? What can knight d3? Should I go knight d3, knight c5? Knight d3. Oh, wait, look, look, look. Knight d3, a6, queen a5, b takes c, knight c6, knight c5, king b6, and again nothing is working, huh? Nothing is working. Should I go knight d3? I like knight d3, Knight d3, a6, queen b4, maybe. Queen e8. Queen e8. What a move. I'm not threatening much. Yes, king c2. What's the point? Wow, very heavy blunder. Very heavy blunder. You don't have that much time. I can go knight c6, takes bishop takes c6. This is game over. And Pranav is winning. Pranav is massively better, and this is winning, of course. I threaten rook d8. So you don't have any checks. Knight g4, he will try. Most likely rook d8, knight e3. Knight f7, he goes. Bishop a8. Pranav does not care even. Rook d6, and he captures everything. Bishop d5. Pranav, queen a4, queen takes a4, of course. Now Bortnik lost, and now Pranav is taking the lead. And Aravind is playing Param Masud. Dmitry Andreikin drew against Shamsidin. And this is, of course, massively better position for white. But Aravind does not have much time. Maybe I was too optimistic, maybe I was too optimistic. 6 people are watching us. Thank you very much. Yes, by the way, I like your stream dedicated to Jan Timan. legendary chess player who passed away already maybe a couple of weeks or 2 weeks ago. Going to his Twitter or X account and then solving positions from there with the viewers. It was queen e7, c5. Will he go c5? No, rook f1. And Param is outplaying. Param is outplaying queen f7. You can queen f6 maybe. He could go queen f6. Yes, it was very interesting. And I don't exactly remember, but maybe I was in Malaysia and then I joined. Still, queen f7, rook f7, despite being one pawn down. I can easily take and then c5. I'm not worse. Somehow I believe here after c5 I'm not worse. Yes, of course I'm not worse. And even maybe better, bishop a5. I think white is better. No, no, no. I was too optimistic. I was too optimistic. Bishop e1, knight e4, a5. What am I threatening? I'm not sure. What am I threatening? My king is coming to c4. Rook d7, king c4, rook d4 is coming. This move does not really work. You can go rook d4 even if you want. You have also knight d2. Param is thinking. He does not have time. Rook d4 plays, rook f7 threatening b6, c4, king c2. You should go c3, maybe b6. I'm ready to go b6. b6 is coming. Rook c5. He wants to play. He sees this. But b takes here, rook c7. I can capture rook h7. He could just take rook h7. Bishop a5 and Param is missing. Of course, Param doesn't see it. And now he is having problems. But rook c6, rook e6. This I don't like. This I don't like. This I don't like. Don't go king d4. He doesn't play it. Now, objectively speaking, game should end in a draw. I'm not even sure who is better. Of course, black cannot be better. And no, this move I don't like, but he's threatening king f4. He's threatening king f4 and things aren't looking king g4, knight f2. Are they going to make a draw? Maybe yes, maybe not. No, of course, Aravind is trying king g5. Yes, they are going to make a draw. They are going to make a draw and they are going to make a draw. 94. No, players are not ready to make a draw. They want to torture each other. Okay, I was very much because it's 8 players, if I'm not mistaken, tournament in Sweden, where Magnus will be playing. And let's say Magnus plays Nils Grandelius, very strong grandmaster, Swedish number one already, maybe more than 15 years. And what if game ends in a draw? So the other game against Erdogmus, Magnus uh, should win, must win. And the other player, I think Zhu Jiner is also playing. Okay, Magnus most likely doesn't matter the color. Magnus will win. No, with a huge respect, but of course, first time facing Magnus. She has very good chances, even maybe better chances than myself. But uh, I think Magnus will win. Mm. But I read it, and it was funny that because organizer of the tournament said that so how it happened, Magnus has shown some interest towards that tournament, that he's interested to play something before uh, Stavanger, before Norway Chess. So how much you train when you young? When I was young, all the day I was sitting in front of chessboard and studying chess. Yeah, so the point was that they agreed very easily without much difficulties because usually, uh, who could expect? But Magnus got the very minimum conditions and he agreed. I won't be surprised because the organizers they said that they don't have budget to invite Magnus, of course. But I think Magnus just asked very little conditions. And now the whole tournament they are going to. But now this position is winning for Aravind. Knight is far away from the king, and you can slowly trap the knight. So the point is that now they should change the whole uh, organization. Now they are planning to have a live commentary and to invite some special commentators and also of course video broadcast. Game ended in a draw. 50 rule. What are we having? Pranav won and he is the leader. We are having a break. Faustino Oro, he lost to Yakuboev. Benjamin Bok won against Alexis Arana. Arseniy Nesterov won. Andrei Kin drew. Param drew. And let's see the standings. Yes, Pranav is 7.5. Alex Bortnik 7. He was 7 out of 7. He lost to Pranav. Arseniy Nesterov, Param Masudlu Aravind, and Jose Martinez are having 6.5. And then we have Andreikin, we have Reza Mahdavi, we have Yakuboev, Sergei Sklokin, Vohidov, Benjamin Bok, Murzin, and then we have another giants of our game. Mhm. I haven't played chess very long time, but hopefully, yes, we are having break. I think I will stream up to end of this tournament and then maybe finish my. Yes, great country, great city, Shenzhen, but depends what are you looking. For example, I'm not that type or kind of person who likes, going to shopping malls and spending the entire day there. So I like more, watching some podcasts, maybe streaming, maybe reading something, watching something, and with the great respect to China, but mm, because of YouTube, because of restrictions. If not them, then of course I would visit much more often. But with slow internet, no chance to stream, no chance to have even. Let's say you are uh, coaching or working with someone, you cannot have classes or work. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening to you. Where are you from? Yes, Faustino, another big question. Yes, dear friends, we are having another big topic. As much as I know, Faustino Oro has played Aeroflot Open, and because of losing to Ivan Rozum and because of losing to Alexei Grebnev, he scored only 5.5 out of 9. And as much as I know, he hasn't uh, earned his final norm, which means he has only 15 days, most likely one tournament, to make his final norm. Otherwise, Mishra Apimanyu remains. Yes, 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 of course, I remember. I do remember. I just because people are traveling, people are going. Like when last time I was streaming, I think I was in Kuala Lumpur. Now I'm in Macau. Yes, Macau reminds me Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Yes, I was. So one tournament, basically one tournament. Yes, yes, of course I do. I do remember. So he has only one tournament. Of course, if last minute they are not organizing some tournament, local tournament, or from one point of view, it makes like no sense because he has some sponsors. Okay, Mishra Apimanyu, with the great respect towards him, he is holding that title, but who cares? Okay, maybe for example, some. Um, oh, thank you very much. I will accept your. So let's say he's holding that title, the youngest grandmaster uh, in the history of chess. But okay, I think it's much more important at the moment. Erdogmus, he is very strong, very promising. He's trying to be the youngest player to reach 2700. I think that uh, record is holding Chinese Grandmaster Wei Yi. Arseniy Nesterov is playing. We should see this game because I think Pranav V is the favorite of this game, but Arseniy Nesterov, very annoying chess player. It means very strong, of course. Bishop c6, e4 he goes, he's aiming some d4. I don't think knight a5 is something very dangerous. b5, I like already black's position. Honestly speaking, I already like black's position. Knight b6, you can always go knight e6, g6, short castle. White will also castle short side, but knight a5, bishop a8, even I can go c takes b, some a6. But even if you take my bishop on c6, knight c6 is coming. So bishop d7, Pranav definitely doesn't like allowing c takes b5, giving up the pawn. Bishop d7, bishop g2. Stopping. If you would go short castle, then bishop h2, I could exchange. Knight e6, I like, of course, like is having better position. Knight e3, you can try. You can go short castle. You need to castle short side. It's better to castle now, maybe. But short castle knight e4, I'm threatening knight e2. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, my wife is almost sleeping, so I very much apologize. Yes, can you wait? Can we wait? No? 10 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes and I will be. No, but this is how you should work. This is how to get audience. Before 95, but okay, I can take or I don't need to take because you are not going to take knight b6. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Portuguese, Portuguese lunch, or my wife is very excited about having Portuguese uh, lunch. She's already dancing. No, but oh, Bishop A4. What? Wait. Bishop. Oh, knight C1, knight C1. I'm underestimating, of course. But knight C1, knight D4, knight D4, Bishop C2. Maybe Bishop A4 is finishing, no? Bishop A4, knight C1, knight D4, knight A2, knight C2. You go knight D4, Bishop C2, Bishop B1. But you can move the queen, but you move the queen and Bishop A4, Bishop A4, knight D4. Yes, we have choice. Bishop A4, of course, Pranav goes. He's super. Yes, knight D4, of course, he sees it. Knight D4, Bishop C2. You take knight A2, I go Bishop takes B1 or knight takes C2. Depends which move order do you take. Please, dear friends, subscribe to my YouTube and my Twitch channels if you like, if you see this content interesting. Completely winning position for Grandmaster Pranav. He can take bishop b3, knight a4, and this is just torture. Oh, he just played g6. I apologize. So now if you take knight a4, I might have king c2. Still, you need to work very little bit because you don't have king c2, a5 is coming, and then bishop b3, a4, he goes king 8, he doesn't castle short side. Wow, this is interesting. I would castle short side. Because I don't think I need my king on d7 that much. Knight a5 and king d8. Well, this is getting interesting. I don't really understand why do I need all this, but once Pranav is playing, he knows better. And maybe white has got some small white has improved very slightly before uh, compared to moves some moves before. Because how are you going to push your a7 pawn? I don't see bishop b3, but anyway, you cannot really go a5. Center of the board is very much closed. You don't have any 65 ideas. You can try maybe f5, but again, it doesn't bring much. And white is going for d4. This is crazy. So white is going d4, and you should be careful. You should be careful because he takes this c5. I think that is already lost for black. Bishop d4 takes c5. It can be very complicated. I think we are going to see this game and maybe finish the stream, but with kicker. e5. I have forgotten. Oh, this is the class. Okay, f takes c. How are you going to take? D takes c. Yeah, you can take. No, I'm not much scared of this check and bishop c1 because I thought I'm taking enough pawns or enough pieces. No, when I was listening and watching Jan's interview with Ilya Levitov and Alexander Shimanov, so Shimanov mentioned about tournament in Aeroflot, and he said that in round six he played someone. So just to mention that Alexander Shimanov finished the tournament sharing from second. Maybe yes, for sure he hasn't finished the tournament in top three. Maybe not top four as well. Maybe top five, but I'm not sure. But he said that in round six he was playing someone, and his opponent had um, en passant and did not play. Well, maybe the taxi was working. Maybe the taxi was working and bishop d1. We should check that game. And you see that Pranav is going to lose maybe this game. I mean, he's winning, but I don't think this is that easy. Rook d4, rook d4, go rook d4. Ah, no, he's not going to win. He's not going to win, very unfortunately. The position is super complicated, and he's not even better. Oh my gosh. This is so painful. D takes c, king takes rook c7, king b5, e6. Like from what? You see, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Like start of the game was so promising for him. He was completely winning. No, rook c7, king d4 is coming, and now he's fighting for. Still, he's better. He's better. 96. Opponent blundered. Yes, this is winning for him. This is winning. 94. This is completely winning. You can go king d5. Rook b7. No, but b2, rook b3. But he's threatening rook f2. He will play rook f2 and then rook b2. Yes, you just take the pawn and then you go rook g2. Pranav has won this game. Then Param won against Alex Bortnik. Martinez is losing to Draken won against Murzin. So he said about that game, and I would like to see it, if you don't mind. What is that? Probably this opponent, right? Oh, this is the game. Ah, look at this. Look at this. Oh, so the time control was 60 minutes plus 30 seconds increment. Yes, I assume that already close to move number 59. Maybe Shimanov had some time and his opponent Tagir Salem Garev, he had very little time on clock. And of course, throughout the game, it was obvious that Black is slowly outplaying his much higher rated opponent. And here, he played King E2. He has forgotten about G, B, and C pawns. You just take, because here C7 does not work, B6 does not work, and now you go this. Yes, King G4 is the most logical move. I go here, you go King F5, I go King D4. And yes, now you should play king e6, and now no need to take, I guess. I just got this. Wow, wow. Yes, this is also lost. We can go maybe. Yes. But I think like this is better position. No, this is not. Shimanov mentioned about h takes g. Oh, very nice example. Okay, dear friends, thank you very much for being with me, for staying with me. I appreciate very much. Please subscribe, and if you like my content and my videos. And at the moment, I'm working on something important for me and important for Armenian chess. As I see, of course, maybe some others they see in a different way, but I myself, I'm working on that, and I think upcoming days maybe you will see some of them, some of the videos I will publish. Uh, Thank you very much for staying with me, for being with me, and yes, I need to sleep because it's already 2 a.m. morning. Mhm. Thank you.